Today is Wellness Wednesday, which means that we are going to be continuing the series, Lead the Following to the Leaves, right here, right now. So, I hinted in the post that we're going to be talking about other reasons why you might have issues with balance reactions and with walking, potentially walking speed or the ability to walk with proper heel-to-toe pattern. So, in the light of that, we're going to be talking about, last week we talked about lower body weakness, specifically looking at the calf muscles and the muscles on the front of your shin. This time we're going to be talking about ankle flexibility, potentially as it relates to the muscle length of your calf muscles. And so I'm going to show you how that might impact your walking and your balance reactions and what you can do about it. 2 simple stretches you can do to fix that pretty easily. So I'm actually going to stand up for a minute. If I need to adjust the camera, I will. But the reason I have this placed where it is so that you can see the lower half of my body a little bit better and see where my feet are placed for these stretches I'm about to show you. So as far as walking, at least in the therapy world, we talk about a heel-to-toe gait pattern. What that means is when your foot hits the ground, your heel strikes first, transitions to the middle of the foot, and then your toe or your heel comes up, and then your foot pushes off. So if I'm walking by, it might look something like this. I think you can see that, right? I'm exaggerating just a little bit. So, heel to toe. Now, if my ankles are stiff or the muscles are stiff, muscles are weak, either way, weakness or tightness in the muscles can affect your ability to walk with proper heel-to-toe pattern. What's up, Chris? How are you doing? So, if you have flat-footed gait, which can happen because of muscle weakness, or in the case we're talking about is ankle flexibility issues, you may have a little bit more of a flat-footed like that, or a shuffle. And so I want to talk to you about that, about what to do. Yeah, catch the replay, Chris. Thanks a lot. Show you what to do about that with these 2 stretches I'm going to show you right now. So 2 potential muscles could be tight in the ankle. Now this could be related to ankle joint stiffness. If that's the case, definitely a physical therapist is who you're going to need to see about that. But then again, these stretches can also mobilize the ankle too. But just keep in mind what I'm about to show you is more related to muscle tightness than it is to joint tightness, but it possibly could help both. So you can't see, but I have a measuring tape here, and this is a way you can measure the flexibility of your the Soleus muscle, which is one of the 2 muscles in the calf area that helps to flex your ankle down this way. Or in standing, it would be to raise up on your toes. So there's 2 muscles that do that. So that Soleus muscle could potentially be tight. And so one way you can find out is if you're measuring in centimeters, anywhere from 10 to 7 centimeters from the wall, you place your toes. So I'm going to put mine right on the 10 line. The tip of my shoe is on the 10. And I'm square with the wall. I should be able to bring my knee all the way to this wall without my heel rising or my knee going inward like so. Like if I do this, that's cheating, okay? So just testing myself. My flexibility is pretty good. So I'm on the 10 centimeter line and I'm stretched a little bit. So I'm going to bring my knee to the wall. As you can see, should be able to see, I'll move my leg a little bit. That heel is on the floor and my knee is in line with my foot, so I'm not going to the middle or the side. This position is actually a perfect stretch for that soleus muscle. So if that's tight, then you just want to keep your foot in place, Bring the knee toward the wall until you feel a stretch. In my case, I might have to move back a little bit, but if you're tight in those muscles, you might actually have to move it closer than 10 centimeters. It might have to be 9, 8, 7. You want to be able to get that full range of motion and still feel a little bit of a stretch with it. So I'm going to move back a few centimeters just to see where I stand. My soleus apparently isn't very tight, so yeah, see, I can deep squat pretty easily. But I can tell you my gastrocs probably aren't as loose as that. So the gastrocnemius, that's the other big calf muscle. When you see someone with big, meaty calf muscles, that's usually what shows, is that big gastroc. It actually crosses the knee joint, so it attaches above the knee joint up in here. So to stretch that one, you really need the knee to be straight. So I'll show you that one really quick. You're basically just going to have the foot, I'm going to do the foot closest to you so you can see better. So this foot here, I'm going to leave that foot behind. I'm going to put the other foot toward the wall. I'm going to keep this knee straight. I'm going to put the weight on the opposite leg and go forward, straight forward, till I feel a stretch. Now in that case, see, I feel a stretch about right there. So you just want to make sure, again, your heel is not coming up like this. You want it flat, coming forward, and you don't want to be leaning to the left or the right. That's cheating. So try to keep the knee in line with the foot, and so forth. Hi Dulce, thanks for watching. I'm in this awkward position here because I'm showing my lower half and my feet and stuff, but that's basically it in a nutshell. Looking at ankle flexibility, but particularly as it relates to the muscles in your lower body. Most commonly, as a PT, I run into ankle stiffness with people being unable to bring their foot up this way. So walking tends to be flatter and shuffling more. Captain David Bailiff is in the house. What's up, my brother? And so those two stretches I just showed you are great ways to do that, to avoid that stiffness that can happen in the ankle and particularly the calf muscles that could result in flat-footed or shuffling gait or catching your toes on junk. So again, those stretches could help with ankle joint mobility as well. But again, if that's not the case, or if it's the case that it's still hurting, you have pain on the front of your foot when you stretch like that, that's not normal, so you want to see a physical therapist about that. Maybe need some joint mobilization. Next week, we'll talk about some potential issues that could happen with your ability to feel your feet and why it's important to address that. Hope everyone's having a great week. This is Dr. Michael Hyland of Hyland Physical Therapy and Wellness. You've been watching Lead the Falling to the Leaves, and I'll catch you next week. As always, be empowered. Thanks a lot, everybody, for watching. David, Chris, Dulce, and Kim. And I'll be sure to put this up on YouTube as soon as I can do that this week. Thanks a lot.